This podcast is a revival of the old school table debate from a time before Google, Wikipedia, and OnlyFans. Answers to questions are hard to find, but so is an unbiased article on your uncle's Facebook wall. Welcome to the Issues on the Table.
Hi, my name is Mike Donahue, and like a good cream sauce, State Farm is there.
You dumb piece of shit.
Oh, no.
I thought of it at dinner this night. I was like, oh my God.
Whenever you're ready, Danny.
Oh, it's me. Oh, motherfucker. Hey, everybody. I'm Danny Montooth. How's it going? Nice to see you. Wink and such.
You have anything to say about cream sauce?
I mean, it's good on everything, unless you're lactose intolerant, in which case, suffer through it because it's worth it.
Oh, thank God. My name is Matt Schuster, and I was going to say the same thing. Cream sauce has never been a good neighbor to my bowels. Welcome to the Issues on the Table. We're hopefully a comedy show. You probably can't tell from this cold open. See, Mike does these things. Mike does these things where, even given a warning before the show, I'm sorry for this cold open in advance. That didn't help at all. Because that wasn't an issue. That wasn't an issue you had. You just bastardized a perfectly jolly jingle.
No. Hear me out. We can't talk to our neighbors. It's COVID. How are we supposed to have good neighbors? You know, we need to find a replacement for it. So what's better than cream sauce?
Jesus Christ.
It's always there for you.
I've gained about 5 pounds in cream sauce over the COVID, so it's a good time.
You that's what that is. It's not extra.
Been there for
weight.
Danny.
It's just cream sauce jostling around.
That's right.
God Almighty,
okay.
Mike. Do you have a problem? What's your deal?
I have a problem, and
what?
I might step on some people's toes here, but you're in my realm right now because this is my issue, so I don't really care. I have a problem with road cyclists. Okay, like genuinely, I feel like we've done a lot of solutions for them in the past. Okay. We have created bike lanes across the country for them. We have integrated laws and how they can follow road laws and drive with us or ride with us on the road and legally do it, right? Quote, safely, heavy quotes. I still have a problem. One, I've never seen a road cyclist obey a road rule like in my life. Which one of them has ridden the speed limit ever?
Wait.
Have you ever seen a road cyclist going 45 down a main thoroughway in Fullerton? Just be like, holy shit, that guy's booking it.
Are you suggesting that if there was a road cyclist on the freeway, that if they weren't able to maintain the flow of traffic,
they have to follow all road rules? That's part of the rule. If they're not in the bike lane,
is that how that works?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're talking bicyclists, right? Not like motorcycles.
Not motorcycles.
All right.
We're talking like a cyclist. Like this dude hopped out on his $800 bike with his spandex shorts on and he's going to ride to work. Okay. There needs to be a better solution than what we've tried so far because clearly they're ignoring everything that we've done to help them. And there's nothing more frustrating than like you're driving down the road and you look ahead and like there's a cyclist. You're like, oh, I need to turn there. But he's like almost going the right speed. Like, am I going to be able to do I have to slow down?
It's the shopping cart effect.
Yeah, the shopping cart effect. But it's on the road.
Okay, wait. Let me clarify. So your issue is how do we get road cyclists to obey the rules of the road?
Or just not be on the road. Can we just give them somewhere else? I don't care what. It needs to be fixed. Like
Where?
Legit. I don't know.
Like a land bridge for the wolves, but for bicyclists. You know, they just have their own little tiny freeway.
Okay. Wait, isn't this what bicycle cops were made for? You don't really see many bicycle cops anymore.
Bicycle cops? I've never seen what?
You've never seen a bicycle cop?
Yeah, you've never seen one of those. I mean, like I've never seen one in person.
I'm thinking like, are you referring to like a bicycle cop chasing down a cyclist on the road and like pulling him over? Like, does he have like a hand crank siren?
I'm talking about a police officer riding a bicycle.
Yeah.
Are they for policing road cyclists?
That's what I'm asking.
They should be, but I've never actually seen one do it.
I've only ever
I would watch that high-speed chase. That's
hell yes. Are you kidding me? Can you imagine the news anchors trying to cover that story? Like, well, it looks like he's finally kicked it into fourth gear. It's gonna be a bitch going up this straightaway.
Oh, here comes the van. Does he turn early or does he turn late? What?
Okay. What about?
Dude, I'm so aggravated with them. Like,
Okay, well, obviously something happened that made you be so angry about this. So what happened?
okay,
Anything in particular?
I live in the wonderful city of I shouldn't give it away. It starts with the T and it's in California. Anyways,
Tennessee?
Exactly. Our wonderful city is known for cyclists. I would say every other shopping center has a bike shop in it. And every Sunday, there are, give or take, and I'm not kidding you, packs of around 50 cyclists that will take up a lane in the road.
But would you prefer that or all of them separate into a wispy cloud of bicyclists that just encompass your vehicle?
That's
Okay.
That's true.
That would be equally as terrible, but hear me out right now.
I'm picturing like Alfred Hitchcock's The Birds, but with cyclists.
They're just up
here
on
they
the
come.
jungle gym waiting.
Here they come. They're coming behind us. Quick. Turn.
Okay.
So they will take up lane, and like most of the roads in my city are 2-lane roads. Most of them are 2-lane roads. Okay. So when you are driving on a Sunday, when you want to go somewhere, sometimes you'll like start driving and there'll just be massive amounts of traffic and you have like no idea why. You just get there and it's just backed up forever. And there's only 2 lanes. So you can't really do anything about it. You're kind of just stuck. And it's a Sunday. Why is there traffic on a Sunday? Lo and behold, find out when you get up there, there's 50 cyclists that are all taking up a lane. And when they decide to turn, do they turn on a blinker and get over at speed and get to the blinker? No, what they do is the first dude in the pack puts his arm out and every bicyclist just turns. They just turn into the turn lane across like 2 lanes of traffic. It's like, it's like this morph of a blob. I don't know. Do you like
Bikes fly together, Mike.
Yeah,
I've gotten to
like
the point
geese.
where they're like geese.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm at my edge, my wit's edge end.
Wits end. No, wits edge.
It's
I like
the
that.
sharp end of the wit's end.
It is.
The sharp end of the wits end.
I'm worried that I will exercise my right of having a car and just go faster than 5 miles an hour, and I might accidentally like run over one of them, and then I'm in big trouble, right? Like if I'm just trying
I should hope so.
yes. So how do I not? We need a solution for them not be there. I'm partial to the road
not
bridge.
Be there. Okay, what if we like Grinch them and you go to every address in the city you live in and you just steal everyone's
Grinch?
bikes?
Oh my god.
Well, now you've got a storage problem.
Okay, what if you
Danny's right. What do we do with all of these bikes?
Wait, hold on.
We can melt them down and make bigger bumpers for our cars so that when we do bump into other bicyclists, they get slightly less maimed.
Wait. What if it's not just a bumper, but it's a bumper with like, you know, one of those like dirt scoopers, like they have the bucket. It's like a bumper with a bucket
Death
behind
Race
it.
or Mad Max?
Yeah. So when you bump into them, they fall into the bucket, and then they're safe.
Oh, okay. All right. I like this. I like bucket bumper. I'm in.
bucket bumper? Okay.
Live on Kickstarter.
I'm Billy Mays for Bucket Bumpers.
Holy shit, he's alive again.
I just watched that episode of South Park. It's frightening. Okay, bucket bumpers. I'm thinking, you know what? This is kind of not unrelated, but you know, like I'm thinking back now on like all the times I've had to make a right turn or even a left turn, and there's a bike lane there at a signal, and how many times I just instinctually just merge without checking to see if there's a bicyclist there, and that's not okay.
It's because I don't use it.
Because I've never been in a situation, like maybe once or twice in my life, where there has been a bicyclist there.
So I'm telling you, like we've spent how many thousands of tax dollars have we spent to paint these bike lanes and expand roads like 4 feet? Because like, oh yeah, all the bikes can ride in them then, and we'll be healthy and safe.
I've seen it in effect in Long Beach. That's the only place I've been where people actually use the bike lanes, but it's only on like 2nd Street. Past then, they'll ride wherever the hell they want. But that's like the one place where I think they feel safe to be on their little bikes.
So, Mike, you're telling me that on more than one occasion you've seen just
Matt, this is a regular Sunday occurrence.
Anarchist like bike groups purposely
Matt,
disobeying road laws.
Matt, literally, you cannot drive in my city on a Sunday without being invaded by bikes on lanes. doing whatever they want. Like, it is an active road hazard that you have to watch out for. No joke.
Well, I mean, bucket bumper seems pretty great.
Yeah.
I'm thinking, because I was imagining like something more dramatic, like the long haul. Like you get all of their bikes and then you like throw them into like a volcano, like Mount Doom.
So you're saying get rid of their bikes?
I'm saying destroy them completely.
So no bikes for anyone.
No bikes ever.
Like
no bikes for
stationaries only.
Yes.
You can like maybe take your stationary for a walk, plant yourself on a corner and ride it, but you can't go from point A to point B.
Exactly.
Okay.
Like, and then the solution is, walk everywhere. And then they're like, walking takes too long. Tough shit, bud. Sorry. Hopefully you obey the walking laws this time, bucko. Huh.
Although I would say I don't know what I would do if I saw a cyclist traveling the actual speed limit on a road next to me. I think I would be minorly terrified at this human who's going 50 on his bike.
That's what I thought you were suggesting at the beginning of this conversation, that you've seen.
Well, if they could see, but if they could do that, right? If they could ride as fast as speed limit, then I don't think it would be a problem, right? Because then they could safely merge and move and whatever without us having to slow down for them.
Okay. Well, I mean, do you want to trademark bucket bumper? Because here's the thing. After you make bucket bumper, someone's going to find out that the bumper was made out of the
bikes,
melted down corpses.
They got to catch us first. What are they going to do? Ride their bikes and catch us?
What about the awkward situation when you stop at the next stoplight and the dude who was on the bike and is in your bumper now has to climb out? Like, does he like talk to you? Like,
No.
Just, like,
it's like a dump truck. You lift it up above the car and then you dispense them when you're done with your ride, like behind you, so you have time to escape while they're picking up all their shit.
Wait, hold on. I don't think I've understood it this whole time. You're saying the bucket bumper, is being made out of melted down bicycles, and then you use it to pick up other bicyclists?
Yeah,
Correct.
You bump into them and they fall into the bucket.
The bucket, and then you raise them up like a garbage truck, right? So they're staying up there. They're not going to jump out because they know they'll die. And then that way your ride is not interrupted. They live, and then you just dump them at a convenient location. Maybe it's magnetic, so it keeps the bike. Right? So they get spit out, you get the bike, and you take it to a recycling facility where you get paid for the weight of the bike, and everybody wins.
This is like, this is getting dangerously close to like a Soylent Green kind of situation.
Bucket bumpers is bicycles.
Bucket bumpers is bicycles.
I do think, though, that we can get the public behind that.
I mean, I haven't actually ridden a bicycle like unironically in years. So,
how does one ironically ride a bike?
I was confused about that as soon as I said it. Danny, do you have something on your mind?
An issue, you might say?
Before we get to Danny's issue, though, we have to introduce him. People don't know who Danny is yet, Matt. Oh my gosh. How rude of you.
He's a guy.
Hey, guys,
he's the guy.
This is Danny. Danny is a wonderful puppeteer, voice actor, and audiobook narrator. And he's a producer and host at Perception Studios. Hey, Danny, how you doing?
Doing pretty good. There's no S on that if you're looking for it. So we are Perception Studio because we're not big enough to claim more than one yet. But yeah, thank you. Doing good. Now I yell about my thing? Is that what I do?
Go ahead.
Yes.
Okay.
We brought you on here to talk about your issue.
Right.
And
this is an issue that has haunted me ever since episode 1 was released. And trust me, that's a loaded gun already, but I am very specific about my problem with episode 1 and the lore that it contains. Oh, yes. Yes, of Star Wars.
Okay.
Yeah, of Star Wars. Okay. And for me, it is one of two things is true. Either all Jedi wear Tatooinian clothes, or all Tatooinians wear Jedi clothes. And there is no in between, because no one else wears those robes except for people who, like farmers who live on Tatooine and fucking Jedi. So either, so who's copying who? And why is no one yelling about this? Because it makes me so mad.
I never thought about that.
Yeah.
I haven't either.
Yeah,
but you're
it drives
very
me
right.
insane because it's never addressed. I'm like, wait, why is Mace Windu dressed like farm boy Luke Skywalker, pour his shit on Tatooine, sucking moisture from the air? And
why is Uncle Owen?
Well, hold on a minute. Okay, all right.
Yeah,
I have a possible explanation for you.
Sure.
So, in our world, in the real world,
Yes.
here on Earth, there
Thanks for
are
clarifying.
different clothing. Just to clarify. I'm coming to you live from Zagnar 6. No, okay, so we have different articles of clothing, shirts, pants,
Yes.
skirts, hats,
course.
what have you. Okay,
Mhm.
t-shirts.
Yeah.
You have t-shirts that you can get for $5 at Goodwill, and you have t-shirts you can get at Louis Vuitton for $500,
Right.
right?
Yes.
They're still a shirt.
Yes.
To the naked eye, they look similar. What
Oh.
if the Jedi tunics are like specially crafted, like super bougie, like Louis Vuitton tunics? And they're mocking the poor people of Tatooine by saying like, we're better than you. We know how to use the
I
Force.
sense a disturbance in the Force, and it's your fashion sense.
all of you Muggles have to wear the Goodwill tunics.
I just. I mean, so like I've even thought about that, right? So what if like Tatooine gets like the reject of like the Jedi Order, like the hand-me-downs, right? Because
Yeah.
it's a poor
the-
planet, but
Have you seen? It's like not the Goodwill, but the Goodwill.
yeah, like the
right?
Salvation Army or something like that,
The
right?
Salvation Army, the J.C. Penney of.
Yeah, right. But then that's still weird though, right? Because it's like even if I went to like a Goodwill or a Salvation Army, like that would be the equivalent of putting on monk's robes for daily wear at a farm. But you're not a monk. So that's still super freaking weird to me. Like this is religious garb. Jedi is a religion, and
Yeah,
these
it's a
guys
religion.
are just buying droids from Jawas. Like they have no connection to the Force. They don't know what it is. They're just wearing these clothes. And I'm going to say the clothes probably belong to the Jedi. They've been around longer, and now the lore dictates that they've always worn this. So, like, did just, like, a giant cargo ship explode over Tatooine and they're just been wearing these clothes that floated from the heavens for 6 generations? Or, like, there's, like, I want to dress like that old man in the desert who's probably the first person to come to Tatooine wearing that stuff, right? So, old Ben is somehow a fashion icon on Tatooine, and people decide, they're just like, yeah, I want to be like Salt and Pepper over there. That is the look for me. And, yeah, the guy goes, oh, woo! And, like, out in the fucking desert.
So what?
Did it say ooh woo?
He screams ooh. Okay, depending on which version you watch, he screams ooh woo into the desert
does.
to scare off the sand
Okay.
people.
Or like the
Question.
the Na'vi.
So question. Ben, so obviously episode 4, which
Yeah.
is the first Star Wars movie ever made, right?
Yes.
Uncle Owen and all them are still wearing the Jedi garb that Ben brought. And then in episode 1, they all have it still, right? Because I feel like it has to be canon because episode 4.
Yeah.
So I have a thought. I'm not sure
Okay.
like how this connects or if it would connect, but
Okay.
I'm just thinking like Ben was one of the last Jedi alive, right? So, you know, he's having to go into hiding. What's one of the first things he's going to want to grab when he goes into hiding?
A disguise.
Clothes.
A
Yeah.
beer.
But
Oh,
he
wants a
wears
bunch-
the same clothes.
Yeah. So hold up. So
Sorry.
he went to the Jedi temple after Anakin killed everyone, and he
Right.
went to the laundry room.
Uh-huh.
And he just grabbed like 50 bags of Jedi robes, so he never had to do his own laundry. But when he got to Tatooine, he didn't have enough money
Yeah.
to buy food, so he had to start selling his robes to people.
Okay. So even then, though, episode 3 disproves this particular. I like this theory, but so the problem is when he hands off Bebis over to Owen and Beru. So when he hands off
Yeah.
Baby Luke, Baby Leia, or just Baby
They're
Luke. Sorry,
wearing,
Leia's
no.
elsewhere. Yeah, they're already wearing those clothes. So it's
Yeah.
like, what a coincidence.
So okay, so they're already wearing them.
Yeah.
What if to back up this theory?
Okay.
He was so comfortable with selling Jedi robes to people in Tatooine because this is how he made his living from a young boy. He would steal clothes from the Jedi Temple, fly him to Tatooine, and just barter them off.
Anakin, do you want to see some shit right now? I'm going to sell all these clothes to all of these poor people.
Anakin,
Hello
I
there.
have to show you my black market Goodwill. Hello there.
You want to buy
I have to go
this?
sell some hand-me-down socks to the huts.
General Kenobi, do you have a size medium?
General Kenobi. I need a waiting room.
Dude, does Forrest Whitaker ever go and visit? You know, isn't he in Rogue One? Would he ever buy a robe? Or-
Well, no, because he's got like a PC computer fan on his chest,
Oh,
so if he
yeah.
covers that up with anything, he'll die.
He's like the Iron Man of the Star Wars universe.
Yeah, but like way sadder, because it's like, oh.
Yeah. Oh my God. I'm all I can think about is the image of Obi-Wan before he goes to Mustafar. Just like, I'm going to grab this and this. Just ripping
Well, little half-sliced Billy won't need this anymore.
Killed my lightsaber. They were, oh, I see. Let me just take this hat.
I don't know where all of their robes went, but it's the damnedest thing. Anakin's really turned this time.
I thought he was going mad with power, but this is something else.
Don't worry, Yoda. I've got lunch today. I've come into some money recently. Some credits.
Kids so fashionable on Tattooine. I feel right at home.
Yes, you know, I feel someday everyone will be wearing these. Trademark Kenobi.
Kenobi-Robi.
Kenobi-Robi!
Kenobi-Robi. Kenobi-Robi Incorporated.
Oh my God. All right.
Oh God.
That takes us to the listener zone.
Listener zone.
That's good, man.
Get it? Because
I
we
liked
just
it.
did a Star Wars thing.
Yeah. It was nice. I liked it. All right. I have a couple listener issues for you today.
Okay.
Just to recap, these are all listener issues that have been sent in to us. They can be anything from an opinion to a suggestion to an issue to a comparison to a claim. There's no ifs, ands, or buts we put on it. Send them in and we read them as they come in and we see what we can do with it. So our first is from Lance from California.
Okay.
Lance wants to know, how do you become famous without the internet?
Commit murder.
That's you're not wrong.
Okay, are we talking about like people
Oh,
on people, or like what if you murdered like a kitten? Would that just do it for you?
I don't think any of it would do it for me. I'm just saying, if you're trying to get the end goal without the help of the internet, you got it. It's like you can't do something good because people don't notice that, right? So I'm not fucking condoning anything. I'm just saying we know the names of every serial killer and murderer out in the world, but we don't know the name of the greatest philanthropist. That's all
Okay.
I'm saying.
How about
That's true.
conquer land? You know, your neighborhood, take over everyone's house and make them pay you.
Oh my God. Are you saying like become
Genghis
a
Khan?
warlord?
Yeah, Genghis Khan.
Yeah.
Just roll through suburbia.
Yeah. So join QAnon? Is that what you're saying? Like, okay. Here's one. So,
Do they pay? Does QAnon make us pay them protection money to protect us from the underground? What do they believe in?
I don't know what they
Underground puppy
believe in.
ring. I don't know.
Just roll
I have
some
no
random
idea.
word dice and you'll probably be right.
Yeah, exactly.
Some magnetic poetry.
Join QAnon and conquer land, commit murder, or got another one for you. Here's a hot take.
All right.
Steal the Declaration of Independence.
I'm down. Yeah. Yeah, that would do it.
You don't even have to be successful. Just make an attempt. Run into the Library of Congress and ask to see. You know what always got me about National Treasure was how, they went to the Library of Congress to like research, the security systems and like go over like their plan to steal the Declaration of Independence, right?
Yeah.
Okay, first of all, bad meeting location. Secondly, how did none of the government officials working in the Library of Congress notice that anything was suspicious at all?
I think they noticed, but I think they realized that Nicolas Cage is not a threat. Or they came to the wrong conclusion that Nicolas Cage is not a threat.
Came to the wrong
None of the
conclusion
people
about
in the Library of Congress knew they were being filmed.
Like,
They were
this
just like,
guy,
it's Nick Cage.
he
He's not
can't
gonna
do
do
it.
anything.
Yeah, it's like just let the bees out. He'll go home.
Okay, yeah. So there you go. Commit murder, but not really, Lance.
Yep.
All right.
Please
Our
don't.
next one is an audio issue. This is from Tom from Australia. He is the host of the podcast Zesty Life Hacks that he films or records with his son. He sent us in another audio issue. We had one 2 weeks ago, I believe, and this is a new one. Here we go.
G'day lads, Tom from Zesty Life Hacks here. Thanks Mike for sending your problem for Hardy to hack. Hope your goldfish is alright. I've got a bit of an issue. There's some ne'er-do-wells on the internet who are proponents of flat Earth. Now, regardless of your opinion on that particular fringe theory, my issue is that they say I don't exist. This is causing something of an existential crisis. Put yourself in my shoes for a minute. Here I am doing my best, living my life as good as I can, and then some guy broadcasting from a basement somewhere is telling me that the land I'm standing on doesn't exist and that I'm a paid actor. Is he to be believed? Is this some Truman Show type of thing? I've never seen any checks for my acting, but maybe I'm not getting the accent right. Anyway, have a crack at that, fellas.
Go ahead.
I was going to say, I think this is a case of what is known as deferred pay. So he's got to actually finish the gig before the payment arrives. So he's, so, it might take a few weeks, so about 6 weeks. So, keep up the act, bud. And yeah, you should get paid pretty soon. They're usually pretty clear about that sort of thing. Just read your contract.
It also depends on because in your acting contract that you obviously signed, you have to denote where in Australia you're from. So, the terms are always different. Like if you say you're from Sydney or from Melbourne or another Australian city. Sorry, I don't know anything about Australian geography. Brisbane, there's another one.
Sure. Yeah,
I'm pretty sure that's one.
They just slap syllables together, really. Yeah, go pet a kangaroo for me.
Yeah, you know where all the kangaroos are? So wherever you're from, if it's more inland, like if it's closer in from the edge of the earth, your job is going to be over sooner because they're expanding out. Like the filming is going outwards. So you have to take that into account as well, how long you actually have to be on set, versus how much you're getting paid. That's another thing to consider. That's a toughie.
Yeah, it's also the Wile E. Coyote effect, so don't look down or everything below you will disappear and you will fall to your death. So keep focusing on the idea of Australia, and you'll still have something to walk on tomorrow.
The difference is that there's no Acme sign at the edge of the world, unfortunately.
Out of budget.
Yeah. That's what I have to say. That sucks.
That's some good recommendations there for Tom.
Yeah.
I don't know if he needs any more. Tom, you do know, like, if you are still having issues with it, both of my friends here are voice actors, so they have a lot of connections, especially in like the legal world too, to get paid, because sometimes people just don't want to pay you. So if you really need some help finding some legal help, you can just kind of hit us up there and we'll get you connected with someone from, we'll get you a lawyer from Australia.
100%.
So
yeah, and we can get you a coach to deconstruct that accent and, bring you back home.
It's sounding pretty spot on right now, but I feel like it's... Never mind. I was going to go too far. No, I'll say it. I feel like it's lacking a little bit of Steve Irwin-ism in there. You know what I mean?
So can you...
A little bit more energy.
Really quick, before I don't want to just leave Tom as, hey, just keep going, you're going to get money, right? Because that while that is like heartening, like it can give him some courage, it doesn't really help him with tips on the accent.
Right.
And I think that was kind of his main point, right? Maybe he's a little embarrassed about it. Are there any words or any ways you guys can help him out in like, I don't know, pronouncing words better?
I have one, Danny, unless you want to go.
Oh, please, yes.
Okay, here's what you do. British, but sexier. Done.
Yes. Also,
can you give me an example?
British, but sweatier.
Yeah.
Sweatier.
Yeah, British, but
sexier.
sweatier, exactly. So if I was going to be speaking in a British accent, like this, just a typical RP British accent, if I try to think about it a little bit sexier, like that, then I start sounding a bit more like an Aussie. Right? That sounds more Cockney, doesn't it? Huh? Yeah, Aussie. Yeah. You can't see. He's giving me the air quotes. Yeah, see, this is why you got the job and I didn't.
Right. Props to you. I wouldn't complain. This is going to look great on your resume. This is great exposure for you. You're doing great. Keep it up. Keep it up.
All right. Our next issue is from James from California.
Okay.
Do you need to sort your laundry or can you just throw it all in? Asking for a friend.
Wait. After you're done washing it, do you need to sort it?
I'm assuming before?
He doesn't clarify.
Okay.
Just asks.
Why would you bother sorting it before?
Yeah, no, fuck it. Throw it all in. Who cares?
Yeah.
In today's world, I've never had a piece of clothing bleed. Everyone yells at me. I dump it all in together. And I think it's fine. Nothing fades. Occasionally, the 2 white things I own get slightly grayer, but I think you'll live. I think it's going to be okay.
Yeah. I mean, as long as you're not like throwing like silk or like a suit in there, like definitely sort those out.
James, if someone's making fun of you for this, if that's why you're sending this issue to justify and validate yourself, carry some red socks with you and sneak them into other people's laundry and you'll prove your point.
Oh, yeah. There you go.
Yep.
Easy peasy.
They'll pull it out and be like, oh, a red sock with my whites. And then their whites are all still fine. You'll be like, oh, well, hey, man.
You also can avoid sorting them after and make every day getting dressed an adventure. You know, you just dive into the pile and pull out and wear whatever's in your fists.
And if you don't have something to cover one of your appendages, that's just the luck of the draw, bud.
It's between you and the police, man. I'm not judging.
Between you and the bicycle police.
Yeah, unless the bumper gets them first.
Yeah, exactly. Well, hold on, Mike. Like you and Aaron do a ton of laundry, having 2 kids.
It's almost a daily effort now. It's like that.
So what do you do?
So we've tried a lot of things. Laundry tends to be more Aaron's domain than mine. But what we attempted to do was it didn't last. We have 4 different laundry hampers, and when we take our clothes off, it's like, oh, okay, so you put this color here and you put these things here and good to go, and then you have to sort them. You can just throw them in the laundry. But like after a week of doing that, you now just have 4 laundry baskets to collect things.
I don't even know what you just said. I just put it all in a sack and upturn it.
That's pretty much what it is now. It's 4 sacks. It used to be 4 divided sacks, and then it did not last. And I can't even remember what the original intention of them was. I know there's a white one, and every time I look in all 4 of them, there's a different color in each one that's not white, and I just go, crap. Do I just guess, or do I ask? I'm like, hey, Aaron, which one's white? She goes, the same one. The same one it was when we started. I go, yes, the same one. In
my head, all of these hampers are the exact same color, so it's just like a total stress.
So they are all 30 inches high, 8 inches wide, and black.
No, it's messed up.
They're all the same color, the same size, the same shape, and they have the same handles, and there's no marking on them other than what's in them. So I usually will take, when I ask that, and if I get that answer, I will usually go the high road and go, oh, you're right. And I'll put it in the first one.
I would just start peppering everything everywhere until somebody gets me color-coded bins.
I've never once sorted my laundry at all. Whoa. My room is just in a constant state of flux where I don't know if the clothes on my floor are clean or not.
Sniff test, man. Never fails.
Well, I lost my sense of smell from COVID.
So what do? Do you lick it now?
I just put it on and hope that no one says anything.
Well, then it's the crunch test, right? It's like it's a crusting issue.
Well, if it's crunching, you have another issue.
Yeah, right.
All
right, on to our 4th and final listener issue. This is from Seth from California, and Seth asks, Max, Chase, Felix, Toby, and Dexter. Human names or dog names?
Yes.
Yes. They can be both.
Yes?
Yeah. I feel like you can name a dog literally anything, so I'd...
You can. Do we change naming convention to then be, if your name is Max, your dog is Max?
Oh, that's...
What?
Like I am Max, so therefore my dog is also Max?
Matt's dog will be named Matt.
Oh, Matt.
Danny, your dog will be named Danny.
Absolutely not.
My dog will be named Mike.
No, because then anytime I address my dog in public, anyone who knows me will think I'm
like you're
talking to myself.
Third person. Mike, come here. Yeah. Mike,
stop
sit.
shitting inside, Danny. God.
Matt, I'll feed you in a minute.
Danny, stop fucking the couch.
That was me.
That wasn't the dog. That was just Danny. Yeah. Okay. Well. What if the inverse were true and you could name a person like Fido?
Sure. I would do it.
Really?
I mean Elon named his kid XAE for what was it? Right?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, it was like
a real
Elon
thing?
Musk. Yeah, and he mispronounced it on the air on some interview, which I loved. He couldn't even say his own kid's name.
He can say his kid's name. Yeah, he named his kid like a series of like I think it's supposed to like translate into the word Kyle somehow.
Okay.
In some pronunciation convention. It's no.
Yeah.
So you can name your kid whatever you want.
Frank Zappa had Moon Unit. You can do whatever you want with your kids. That's what therapy is for. You got to keep the industry alive.
And how much better would it be to have Moon Unit with his dog Moon Unit? Like, really?
Aw, that's actually cute.
I just think I'm just picturing a situation where, like, some like really old Karen is like calling her dog Fluffy, and then someone near her also says Fluffy, and then she answers, and that's just a really funny dynamic.
Or the perfect icebreaker. You start naming your dogs after all of your neighbors, right? And that's how you make friends in the future.
John, come here. What?
What, me?
Oh, no, I was talking to my dog. You named your puppy after me? Sure I did.
Hey, you don't have a bike, do you?
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
I hope you don't have a bike. Thank you for coming to Listener Zone.
This has been the Listener Zone. This is Luke's song.
That is?
It ended there.
Yeah, it's Luke's song?
Yeah, that's Luke's
Binary Sunset.
I did not recognize that until you hit that last interval, kind of.
That's his thing. That's Luke's song.
Isn't that the Force theme?
It is.
No, that's Luke's song.
I think it's the Force theme.
Yeah, and Luke's song.
Also
Same
known as
thing.
Binary Sunset, so it is directly linked
Yeah.
to the Skywalkers.
Yes.
So clever. Good job, John.
Look at him go.
Stealing from
Is it
Russians.
my turn?
Matt, it's your turn.
Oh, look at me. Okay. Hey, babies. They're cute, right?
Can't
I like
prove it.
babies. Babies are
Yeah.
nice. My
Yeah.
niece and nephew are cute. I like them a lot.
Yep.
Here's what I hate.
Babe.
I was ranting about this in the Discord the other day, and everyone just piled up on me, and I didn't appreciate it because this is still a problem that I have. I fucking hate it when parents refer to their child's age in terms of months, no matter how old they are. If your child is 2 years old and you say that they're 24 months old, fuck you. They're 2 years old. What is it with that? And where is the cutoff? When do you stop saying that? Like, Mike, when did you and Aaron stop referring to Melody's age in terms of months and start saying, oh, she's 2 years old or she's 3 years old?
No, she's 36
Well,
months.
I mean, she's
Swear to fucking
39 months right now.
If this is
so-
gonna be just like a goof on me for the rest of the show, then we can just do something else because this is bullshit. I'm sick of it. It makes no sense.
you
Why?
asked the question, I gave you the answer. I mean,
What was your answer? I wasn't even listening, so I was so mad. What did you say?
she's 39 months right now.
No, she's fucking 3 years old.
But she's not. She's
No,
3 months older.
I'm not
than 3
listening.
years old.
Mike, fucking stop for once. Give me a straight answer. I'm so fucking sick of you. Oh my God. Why do parents do this? What started this?
I imagine it's the habit, right? You gotta start. You start at 1 month, then 2 months. It's like a teenage romance, right? You know, when you start dating, and you know that every relationship is gonna last like 2 weeks, right? You count the days and you celebrate the days. It's like a baby. You don't know when your baby's gonna go drink some bleach. Sorry, everyone, everywhere. But like you count those months because they're precious, right? But then it's habit. And you can't knock your way out of it, right? You've gotten so used to counting the months, you don't even know what a year is anymore. You're thinking of the smaller scale. You're stuck. You're trapped.
I have the not fun answer
Fine. What?
because, they have different like changes that happen.
Why'd you say that so quiet?
Because people don't want you to
wanted to
know
draw
about
you
the
in
wings.
closer.
Yeah.
Okay, look.
So,
Well then, okay, I guess then to get to the rest of my issue, so you have that, and then I'm thinking, what if to combat that, I start using why don't they use the inverse, right? Like, let's say you have a kid that's 10 months old. Okay, that's fine. Under a year, yeah, I get that, because they're not a year yet. They're 10 months old, 11 months old, whatever. I don't care.
yeah.
Okay, let's say they're let's say they're 6 months old. Why don't you say, oh, they're half a year old?
Hey, can I
The
try
same thing.
something different? Can I try something different?
Okay.
That's the same thing.
Sure.
Okay.
Melody's 3 dozen months old.
No, that's so much worse.
Is she a box of donuts? What happened?
Yeah.
here?
She's 3 dozen months. That's how much. That's how old she is.
No, but you just said she's 39 months, so wouldn't she be like 3 baker's dozen months?
Yeah. Oh, you're right. Thank you. Yeah. You're right. Sorry. Thank you for correcting me.
Now, at least that's like whimsical. I can get on board with that. What I hate is how seriously the commitment is to using that metric past a certain point. That's what bothers me. It's
So,
like I can't
I do have
believe
a
that
thought,
someone is
Matt.
going to look at me dead in my
Matt,
face
I do have a thought.
and say, "Hold on, I can't
Okay.
fathom that someone could say with a straight face and mean it as a acceptable form of measurement that oh, my child is 26 months old. Your child's 2.
I have a good thought, Matt. So remember last week how we talked about introducing the troll zone?
Yeah.
So Danny, just to cue you in, we introduced a small segment that we're going to do every once in a while called the troll zone. And in the zone, Matt and I have decided that trolls are just people who want attention,
Yeah.
Yes.
Right.
Oh, absolutely.
and we want to give them the attention that they are so much wanting.
Oh no.
Okay, so
Sure.
we're
Yeah,
going to give it to
all
them. So we have a theory that a lot of these people, and this also goes back to an old issue too, right? What if this started as like a troll joke, right? Like you had some parents and they're just being super trolly with their friends. They're like, he's 44 months old, right? And then maybe Karen's sitting there listening. She goes, oh, they're serious. We should track months instead of years. What a deep thought. And then she turned it into a real thing.
Oh.
Like flat earthers, they're trolls. What if month parents are trolls? But they just believe it to be a real thing now. They're just buying into the troll joke.
So
No, you don't like that? Okay, that's fine.
Wait, hold on. No, so I'm trying to. So you're saying that the whole
It's a joke that went too far. Someone made a joke.
that went too far.
It's a joke went too far. It was a troll joke. They were trolling with their friends, and now we've gotten to the point where there's people who think it was serious and they take it seriously.
No, I buy that.
They killed the bit.
I buy that as an explanation.
Yeah.
I just don't know why it's so popular.
It's the bits have been killed. It's like when you have this funny bit with your friends and you grow up. We talked about this on an earlier episode.
Yeah.
And then you have that one dude in the back who like takes it seriously, like, oh no, guys, that's a real thing. You're like, what? And then they turn it into a real thing. You're like, what? Well, now it's not funny anymore.
Yeah, the flat Earth thing. Yeah, I'm
Maybe? I don't know.
No, I'm just thinking, huh?
Do you want a solution to like stop people from doing this? Because I mean, I feel like I could come up with something for you.
Yeah, please, anything. That's obviously what I'm asking.
Oh.
A
Why else
label
would I bring it up?
A label
If
maker
not to
that
make it
actually
stop.
fires the label onto a thing or a person, so that when they say, "Oh, my child is 24 months," you just shoot the label maker at the kid, and it suddenly says 2 years across their chest.
So I can.
Okay, I like it. Okay, how about this? They say the number of months, and you just have a bunch of donut holes with you, and you start pelting donut holes in them until you hit that number.
Oh my god.
My child is 14 months. Ow! What are you? Oh!
Could have saved yourself a lot of
Where are
pain.
you
if
keeping those?
You used years, huh? Oh my
Where are you
god.
keeping those?
Oh jeez.
Okay, why can't? Okay, to combat. Okay, I don't know if I have another system, but why can't I say that I am 24 years old?
Because people hate
Why can't I
math.
say-
No one wants to math that hard.
Because that's ridiculous. That's why. That's ridiculous. I know we're like, postulating and everything for the bit, but like,
What about?
what if someone came up to you and they said that and they were being unironic?
I would be like, cool, man.
I'd be like, come back when you have a smaller number.
I would just go, huh? And keep
Okay,
doing
but by
that
your-
until they corrected themselves.
Okay, so but by your argument too, right? You're saying that why are we tracking months when we get to like 20? That's way too many. So shouldn't we stop tracking years at like 20? Shouldn't we start doing like what is it, decades? Like,
Sure.
oh, I'm 3 decades old.
Yeah, scores and whatnot.
No, you're not 32. You're 3 decades.
No. Because 32 is a much more specific number than saying
Then
3
32
decades.
months.
I'm 3.2 decades.
Yeah, just like
Is it-
saying like, and it's easier to say. It's like saying 32 months. Be like, oh, I'm 3 years, 2 months.
But it's not 3. Oh, see, but you can just say 32 months then, right?
Or just say 3 years. No one cares. I'm saying,
But why don't you
round
say
up
3
to-
decades?
I'm
Why
saying,
don't you say 3 decades
Clearly
then?
somebody cares, Matt. It's you.
Just say,
No.
I'm 3 decades old.
That's silly. Because if you're 32, then that's not accurate.
I don't know what other, I mean,
Fucking fight me.
What if we convert it to no, it's already intense. I was gonna say, what if we did metric? It's already decades. It's tense.
I think from now on, I am 3 decades old, guys.
Well, this has been fun.
I got nothing for you.
Great. I regret bringing this up at all. I really thought that there was going to be at least someone on my side because it's a ridiculous construct that needs to be stopped. But I guess all my friends
Label
are
maker.
jackasses.
You can stop it. You just gotta
a
stop
label
it
maker.
aggressively.
You gave me a label maker and donut holes is what you gave me.
Solid solutions to solid problems.
What about tiny keychain calculators? You just hand them out to people. Tiny keychain calculators. Like, yeah, how many years is that? You just hand it over to them. They get a gift.
Tamagotchi.
They get it like yes, exactly, like a Tamagotchi. You hand them over a little Tamagotchi, and you're like, tell me how many years that is. And then you tell them what a good job they did when they calculate that into years. And they're going to feel really good about themselves for accomplishing math. And then you'll feel really good because you don't want to punch them or their kid anymore.
You could also put them in your bumper bucket.
It's true. It is a.
All
it is
I'm
a cure-all.
saying is that there is like a coefficient
It's a cure-all.
or a point of diminishing returns where I can't explain why, but there's a certain point, and in the measuring of age in months, it becomes too much. It becomes a gratuitous amount of months to say. And then at some point, it starts turning into years, and that makes much more sense. And then you just carry on with years for the rest of your life, and you don't use months or days anymore. And to the point of saying, I'm if you're 32 and you say 3 decades old, at that point, I would almost prefer that you say however many fucking months that is instead of saying 3 decades, because that's ridiculous. You might as well be wearing a cowboy hat everywhere and saying, well, giddy up, I'm a cowboy.
So you'd rather me tell you that I'm 3,600 months old.
Yeah, because that's somehow funnier to me than now you saying 3 decades and 6 months or whatever the fuck. That's not the right math at all. I just want the madness to stop. That's all I want.
You can do a PSA. I think I'll put an end to it.
Fine.
You need to hire an actor to do a PSA to the public, like a non-joke, non-whimsical, just like a, guys, this is a thing and it needs to stop, but it has to be the right actor that parents are going to listen to.
Tom Hanks.
Tom Hanks.
People will listen to
Tom Hanks.
If he came on screen and told parents to stop using the month system, they would fucking do it.
I'll take it. That'll be his next movie.
What channel do we put it on? How do we get it out to
starts on
public?
PBS and then it goes national. So it starts as educational and then it moves on to messaging.
I have an idea. Why don't we have a fake news story that Tom Hanks murdered someone to get everybody's attention on Tom Hanks, and then he releases the video?
Right after he gets back from his trip to Australia.
Australia. Yeah, there you go.
All right,
Tom to do it.
Hire Tom.
Hashtag hire Tom.
Okay, well, on that lovely note, I'm Mike Donahue.
I'm Danny Montooth, I guess.
And I'm Obi-Wan, owner of Kenobi-Robi. This has been the Issues on the Table. Thank you.
Say, can I buy a row from you at Tashi Station?